Hello everyone, this is Pomon bringing you a new part of my Pokemon White Nuzlocke. I brought Ymir back into the team and I did some changes, in some of the TMs I have in the back and I didn't pay attention to. X-Scissor now, or for Backbite, I think he has an upgrade in damage. I don't get the secondary effect of, potentially eating the berry of my opponent, but that's yes, fine. Then we have Mini Pit, basically the same with acrobatics, only I took away the item so that acrobatics hits much harder. Musharna was actually able to learn Charge Beam, and I think that's very appropriate because I've run into some trouble when Musharna just can't do anything against a dark type, so I think this should be good. I'm still completely useless against Sandile because it's ground dark, but whatever. Then, speaking of Sandile, Krokorok, rocking the same set. Really no difference needed because it's a good set. Black glasses for that crunch damage. I thought Grass Knot due to Tanky Con, and I thought it for Hex. Because I actually found that, while training, I realized that this thing just doesn't have that much damage. Nightshade is a more reliable way of doing damage, and most of the time Will-O-Wisp is more useful to prevent enemy damage and to use Protect myself, right? But I don't necessarily want to do damage, that's not the type of Monto Tanky Con is, so I think something like Grass Knot for coverage is much better, and Nightshade is just a reliable way of dealing damage against the enemy. Again, something very heavy or something that is affected by Grass Knot, we could have a grand time. And then finally I thought Acrobatics to Kuwabara. This without an item goes crazy, and synergizes very well not having an item with Thief. And Thief is actually one of the focuses of my strategy today, because today the first... Actually, yeah, I was checking if I left something behind, and I remember this guy told me to talk with him. Oh no. This is you? Where is it? I was supposed to get Aerial Lace, and I read it was on a house. Yes, over the center, but whatever. Today we're just going to continue, and that means we're going to get challenged by Cheran to do a combat. And that's fine with me, but I remember distinctly that at this point Cheran starts using a lot of items on his Pokemon, and one of the items he uses is the leftovers. Cheran gets leftovers, and in Black and White they let you completely steal items from your opponents. There is. As we both hold the Jet Patch now, let's see which of us is stronger. Okay. I'm leading with Ymir because you normally lead with Liepard. Please let that be right. And all of your Pokemon should have items now, and your starter has leftovers. A very valuable item I can't get normally, but I can steal it. So it's going to be a good start. That's not Liepard. That's an Evolve Amphassand. Okay, thankfully Mini Pit should be able to take care of this. Air Slash, okay, we tank that, and we should be faster, as we saw before. Okay, so a good start for Mini Pit in the team. Yes, you know, going here. That's not a kill. Okay. What could you be doing? Not a normal type move, probably something like taunt or whatever. I mean, Nightshade doesn't do anything to you because you're normal type and Grass Knot doesn't either, so Tutankhamun isn't a good option. You're not. I think just Tangerine and Charge Beam, honestly. Or warn about their slash, taunt. Okay, was actually taunting. You could get a heal now. So should I yawn? I yawn. Oh, obviously I'm taunted. Then I can only take the attack with a crit and Charge Beam. I mean, it's super luck, and I think Cheren does the super luck scope lens combo, like I did on my own Amphersand. So mini pit to level 36. First one to get there. Now here's the light part. Could use Pursuit, but even then, yeah, I think I just want to switch and go for X Scissor. You could always fake out, and then it's sort of a free switch. It was fake out. Okay, absolutely perfect. Now Light Path is pretty fast, but with 2 levels of advantage, yeah, I am faster. And this probably just one-shots. Absolutely. And with the Shell Bell, nice. Simisear, okay. A bit of trouble against Simisear. I did realize, like, now I don't have my Boulder anymore, but I do have Tutankhamun, which is, yes, you know, a neutral thing against anything. Flame Burst, okay, how much damage? Alright. That's Nightshade. Another Flame Burst. Risking the crit here a little bit, but figure I need to do some damage. Then we protect. Another Flame Burst, okay. We've been doing 30 something, but you don't actually kill now. Unless you get the crit. Okay. Flame Burst. Fuck. Oh, that was short-lived. That was that. Ah, fuck. Okay, you shouldn't have anything against me. I think acrobatics probably kills. Yeah, oh, and I get a crit. Okay, well that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess that's the consequence of losing my fire resist. And now here's the what? Part of me wants to do ball switch. So I think I'm better off just doing light screen. Right? That way I can tank the next attack no matter what. You go for Water Pulse. Okay. If Water Pulse is your choice, then Kuwabara should be a very good option. Because let's remember I want to do Thief. Fuck. Go Fagrigus. That's a mon I was really excited to use extensively, and didn't get to use it a lot in the previous part. I mean, I still have good substitutes, it's just... man. Well, Thief or the leftovers. Because you do have the leftovers. Yes. And in this game, they stay. And now we get to see this beautiful recovery every turn. And with Seed Bomb, I just outspeed and take the kill. the battle was so well planned, but I should have switched. On that flame burst, I should have just switched into mini pit. It's just I wasn't completely sure I would take it well with mini pit, and I wanted to do a little bit of damage before the switch. I mean, that's on me for losing my fire resistance, right? Because Boulder really is the perfect counter for Simisear, because it takes the acrobatics and the flame burst. But oh well. That was a fine Pokemon battle. I'm happy to see you are both growing as trainers. He loves jumping cliffs. He loves it. If it isn't the champion, Alder, I'm weak, so I lost. Honestly, it bothers me when you call it a fine battle despite that. Oh, honestly, Charon, just accept the compliment without the stinging remark. I've asked you this before, but what do you plan to do after becoming strong? If I get strong and become the champion, that will be the reason for my existence. I want to prove that I'm really living. You remind me of Marshall. Of course, having something you want to become is important, but what is even more important is what you do with your newfound power. Anyway, take this. Here, you too. Oh yeah, Surf. You're the one to give me Surf. I thought it was Chern. If you use the move Surf, you can travel over water. I shall see you again, young trainers. Don't forget about the needs of your Pokemon on your side. Tutankhamun! Why? What I do with my power? I don't know that answer yet. First, I want to become a strong trainer so everyone will acknowledge that power. Ceres, next time I will win. Okay, now very important. Did I get... No. Fuck, I could swear you got the items you steal for the rest of the game. But I guess that would be too powerful. Actually, I'm going to get the capture. I have a Deathmon in my team, but it shouldn't matter, right? Like, I only want to get my... Okay. Oh, Ceres. Well, surprise, seeing you here while I was expecting to its mountain. The two of ya seem a bit more rugged than the last time I saw ya. A little bit anyway. Is that so? By the by, you folks seen the Team Plasma crowd lately? After all the travel, we gym leaders met up and had a chat. But we've got no clue where they are. It's like they're hiding under a rock. Well, not much to do but wait for them to move. Anyway, it's none of your concern. Squares like you two should just enjoy traveling your Pokemon. This mountain's a flying place to explore. You'll have some fun if you just leave this here path. Well, better you just listen it yourself, you just see it yourself instead of listening to me yammer. Listen, yes, sprouts. Feel free to train yourselves on my mountain for as long as you like. Nailed it. I thought he was going to get us involved in all that bother later, so I was bracing myself before I knew it. I went in first, but I'll be seeing you. Okay, Twisted Mountain is actually, yeah, pretty cool place. And you can get an encounter here. So what I'm going to do is get my encounter, and depending on it, I will decide what I do next. I've excluded quite a lot of things from this place. You can get Boulder, as you see here. You can also get Gurdur, which I also have. And I think there's another one I excluded, but I don't remember. The thing is, now I have a chance for... Yeah, here's Gurdur. Now I have a chance for a Woobat and a chance for a Capchu. Okay. Actually, I guess I can explore a little bit, right? No harm done. As long as I don't use Tutankhamun because, you know, it's a Deathmon. Oh yeah, and in winter, you get a different layout. And actually, we are not that far off from winter, so if we get to winter before I finish the game, I might come back here and show the winter layout a little bit. And I'll just keep wandering around and clearing this place a little bit until I get my capture, right? Which is like any unique mon. Okay, here's my capture, Woobat. So Woobat is good news, right? Because Woobat means I can fly. Yes, I now have a 100% chance on capturing Axew, but I need Surf to do like a lot of the exploration, and I'm just not comfortable pulling a dead mon out of the PC. Okay, that was simple. I guess very easy catch rate. So I'm going to instead continue here in Twist Mountain and get to the end of it, get to Isirus, and then on Isirus I have like, between the whole different connected routes, I have 100% of getting a Palpitooth, and that thing just gets surfed. Action from its nostrils enables it to stick to cave walls during sleep. It leaves a heart-shaped mark behind. Give a nickname to the god Woobat. Yeah, so not my favorite mon ever, but recently I watched a run where they called it Moria, which is a One Piece character, and I have to agree, like it is that same sort of goofy Halloween feel. Alright, so here we say goodbye to one of the greats. Didn't get to use him that much. I have to be honest, I expected a little bit more, but yeah, badly placed critical and all that. I've lost a lot of mons to criticals. I know I should be able to play around that. Why did I go for the professors? Sorry, I just wanted to go for move, which is the third option in, well, Amanita's PC. So yeah, Tutankhamun, unfortunately, just after evolving and everything, without really getting to do much of a battle, goes into the PC. And I have a full line of dead people now, so that's unfortunate. I still have a bit of Pokerus here, if I really wanted to get Pokerus. But yeah, that's fine with me. Who could be useful? I mean, Thepstrika is the one that's fully trained. I guess I can also check you, by the way. Moria. Plus special attack minus special defense. Not great because you're a bit of a special defense tank, but I guess plus special attack is good. Cold Mind and Amnesia? Okay, bro. Air Cutter. Yeah, I mean, this thing isn't completely useless. I guess I could just have it in my team to be able to fly. Instead of... yeah, why not? Let's get a bit of happiness with you. Let's get a bit of happiness. It's definitely not a mainstay mon, but I should get a lot of captures in the near future, so we're just going to give you experience share, and by working with you in our team, should have a grand time training you. Also, I don't want to be obsessive, but what did you tell me exactly? Get back, you won against Skyla. We left our treasure at the edge of the runway. Okay. There's definitely a TM. There's definitely... I saw aerial ace and I don't have it in my TMs. What's the edge of the runway? You? No. Oh, okay. This just appeared. This is completely new. It wasn't there before. It's not even hidden. Oh, you found our treasure. Found it. Just kidding. We don't have a Pokemon, so we plan to hide this TM until we got on. But that would be a waste, so here, you can use it. We'll get another one from Skyla. You can use it. See you, bye-bye. Man, this sort of stuff is so good. I feel like this thing is lacking in the newest in the newest Pokemon games. Okay, so I can teach it to Moria, also to Minipit, but acrobatics is always better. Like, this is only 60 power. Okay, you give me an item, right? Nope, you don't. Maybe I shouldn't have Sandile on front, because there's lots of workers and fighters. I mean, Boulder is a mon that I actually, you know, good work my having banana. Let's go for Bulldoze. I mean, it's never going to one-shot because of the skill, but it's never going to one-shot because you're pretty tanky. I resist this. Yeah, finally a good matchup. Finally a good matchup, but all the fighting types are a problem for banana here, so I need to be a bit careful. Like, if I see a Karate Man or something, I should switch mildly. Okay, actually, a completely good matchup. No fighting types, and both of them are weak to ground. Alright, a crit. I think a crit didn't kill there, but it was scary damage. I mean, it's Excadrill, so really I think it learns Hone Claws naturally. So there was nothing I could do there without risking. Okay. A worker. I guess that was to be expected. But one of these things is an item, and yeah, I just want the item. Boulder. Okay. Okay. We should be fine. Another Boulder. Wow. What a garbage team. Okay, actually yes, Moonlight. Just in case. You know, you never know. You never know. Rocket Slide critical into I was Speed Tide all along and I just didn't know. Those things happen. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Sturdy team. Not Endure, Sturdy. Can you hit yourself? Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Actually got fucked. Even through Sturdy on a single turn. Yeah. Go easy. Come on. Stardust. Okay. Multiple pieces of Stardust, so that's good money. And alright, I seem to remember this. This might be the place where you can fight a doctor, which I need sorely. No, doctor. There is the doctor. There's the doctor. So I have to go through another inner room, but I'm getting down. This looks like a ranger, but I'm not going to pass it up. Like, no, not a ranger, you know, not a ranger. A worker, but the type of shit that the ranger would do, you know, hiding in their Excadrill. Now that's a horrible matchup for me with Musharna, so I think what I'm going to do to make it a bit safer, Horn Drill, is Yawn. Rocket Slide, avoided, Yawn. Perfect. Now it could go for Rocket Slide again, and then I have very few resistances, actually like none. I'm just going to save him for damage. Hone Claws. Wow, this is absolutely horrible. At least I'm guaranteed a turn of sleep on the next one. So if I trust one of my mons to be faster and just kill this thing. I don't know about faster. Kuwabara is probably faster. The thing is, it could get a turn 1 wake up. Not this turn, because this turn is the guaranteed sleep. But after this. So what do I go for? Seed Bomb. Really? And then please don't crit me or anything. Fast sleep. And it could also sleep for longer than 1 turn, obviously. Okay, Excadrill, really scary mon. Like tankier than it seems to, because Steel type is just a very good defensive type, so I guess that, yes, that's it. Yeah, Honeclaws, I didn't want to take a Honeclaws powered up attack. In a long journey, you'll be happy if you met a doctor. You can win against me and make your Pokemon healthy. Yeah, the doctor mechanic, you know, trainers that you have to defeat as sort of mid-bosses for certain places, I think it's cool as hell. I could take a Psychic type move here, but I'm higher level, we saw this thing isn't that tanky, and X-Scissor is just very powerful. So yeah, I trust Emir to just one round both you and probably the Gothorita in the back. A Musharna. Okay, I 100% don't one-shot this thing, so I should actually switch. Let's go into Mini Pit. Let's go into Mini Pit. A Light Scream might be in order here, but I really just want to... Okay, you go for Lucky Chant, you're a bit stupid. Then let me just go for Electro Ball. You're slow, so this should hurt. Yeah. Okay, you're getting defense, so Acrobatics is kind of out of the question now. I think 3 Electro Balls are going to do it. Ball Switch is definitely less powerful than Electro Ball, because this has to be at least 100th power Electro Ball. Okay, Psybeam is scary, but I 100% kill. Like, there's... I can see the range there. I don't think you... Yeah. It's always a kill. If you attacked me on the first one, this... Well, it would have just been a Ball Switch into Kuwabara, which was kind of the original plan. Start Pokemon battle, let them recover slowly. Thank you very much. Okay, that wasn't that bad. So, level 37 for Banana. Yeah, like already halfway to the next gym benchmark, which is... I don't love it. Okay, please let this be the last encounter and please let this be like the exit already. I think there might be like another... No way I can't escape. Okay. I'm just... It's a speed difference thing, and I'm just much faster than Boulder. Yeah. I mean, this is... I'm pretty sure like one of the last places. There's like a never melt ice thing going on here, on the lowest cave. You look for something in an empty place like this, you can discover things. Yeah, and this is the never melt ice, right? Oh no, okay, it's a TM for Flash Cannon. I don't know how useful that would be, but... Well, I appreciate it. There's also an Ice Rock there, by the way, meaning you can evolve Eevee in this run. It seems like there are items I simply can't access, and that's probably due to them only being reachable on winter. So, yeah. Let's just go through. Huh, pretty strong. But you're only strong because your trainers are controlling Pokemon. So if you want to set Pokemon free, if that's what you want, you should start with your own. But taking people's Pokemon by force is not right. It's not real strength. Hey, there you are. We found that thing we were looking for. We should head for the tower now. Get this. Team Plasma has obtained the power to change this world and end people's control over Pokemon. That's right. We must use force in order to right the wrongs of the world. Now let's gather around our king, our Lord N. Those guys. I don't know what they found, but they go the extra mile to gain power and cause trouble. What a bothersome bunch. Ceres, I'm going to stay here for a while. I want to think a little bit about what the champion asked me. What do I want to do with my power after I get stronger? And why do I want to be strong in the first place? Yep, you think about that, and I'll just get out of here. Hello Ceres, how's Simisage? The Simisage has really taken a shine to you. My oldest mon, actually, because the 3 others I captured before Simisage died. The bucket list is important, but time spent having fun together is also important. Say, I just had a thought. Have you heard of Dragon Spiral Tower? Let's say no. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Okay, give this story a listen. Dragon Spiral Tower is said to be the universe oldest region. Oldest buildings. Stories say it's the place where legendary Pokemon came to life or where they remain in deep slumber. I know it's just a past city, but that's all I know about it. That's all anyone knows, because no one has ever been inside. My daughter has wanted to investigate the tower for a long time. What? There's something I don't know? That kind of feeling is pure adventure. And I'm not too old for some adventuring. Away I go to have a look at Dragon Spiral Tower. Catch you later. Okay. Now, well, let's get a heal. Let's not be stupid here. Let's get a heal. And let's then get our encounter in this place. Okay. There are lots of like hidden items and everything in this place, but the most important thing is you can get encounters in this floor, and I get a Shelmet, which is not what I want, but okay, this is going to be my Isirus City encounter, right? So, I mean, this thing is pretty tanky. So Thief, yeah, Thief doesn't do almost anything at all. 1, 2, 3, and let's go. Okay, at least you don't give me trouble. I also don't have a Carablast, and I think I lost my opportunity to get one. The snail Pokemon evolves when bathed in an electric-like energy along with Carablast. The reason is still unknown. Yeah, absolutely, like, the evolution is... The evolution for this thing is literally Pierre Nodoyuna. So, Nodoyuna. Okay. I mean, quick Isirus City encounter taken care of. Because the important thing here is that Route 8 gives me another encounter. And this should be a Palpitoad or a Stunfisk. I can get the Stunfisk in the Moor of Isirus. You can actually like sweep this entire encounter table. But now I can just, you know, go for Thief, lower health a little bit. Shouldn't kill at all. This thing is sort of tanky. You had an item? A Persian Berry. Okay. Maybe you can only steal things from wild encounters? Whatever the case, this thing can learn Surf. Stunfisk can too, but I'd rather have a Palpitoad in my team than an Stunfisk. Sorry. Palpitoad. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad mon. Water Ground is very good. It's a very good typing. It lives in the water and on land, uses its long, sticky tongue to capture prey. Give a nickname to the code Palpitoad. Female frog. Okay. Oh yeah, how is she called? Suyu? Wow, I can't believe I'm like unironically making a My Hero Academia joke, but Frog Girl, you know, Frog Girl. That's okay. So now I have a Surf user. So what's in here? Yeah. Please don't click the professor's PC again. Like I tend to do that a lot. I mean, at least I can check skills. Minus special attack plus special defense, shell armor. Honestly, like, not even a bad mon. Potentially an Eviolite mon. If you just got this earlier in the game, but by the time you get it, there's like better options for everything, for tanking, for damage. Still, you know, spamming struggle back with this is okay, but this is the important one. Minus speed plus attack. I mean, minus speed isn't great, but whatever. Muddy water hits like a truck. Mud shot is decent enough, and uproar, well. Uproar is 90 power, so at least there's that. Suyu is like maybe not the type of mon you think about when forming a team, but whatever. I'm going to leave. I have a bit of a rock and ice weakness, so I think leaving Emolga for now is okay, right? The important thing is that with this I finally have a mon that I can serve with. And that's going to, first of all, that's going to allow me to get better mons that I can serve with. Like, I definitely think something like a Jellicent is a better option. I want to teach serve. You do learn serve, right? Yes. Okay. So we solved the problem here. Aqua Ring is gone. We solved the problem. We have someone to serve, and we have someone to fly. So now I can go anywhere and do a bit of exploration. We're going to start here. No, that's absolutely false. We're going to start here in Striaton. I'm not going to do the routes like routes 17 and 18 today because I feel like that would be a bit too long. But I am going to try and clear out the rest of the optional surf stuff. And some of it starts here. First of all, I can get basculing. I'm pretty sure guaranteed in this place. So, I mean, that's a decent mon. So glad you came. And you give me a big pearl, which I think is the one item you can get in here. Okay. Now, it's easy to jump out of this. So let me get my encounter quickly. Is it going to be a basculine? Yeah, blue striped. Blue striped basculine. Level 8. Come on. Okay, wow, that took a while. And a lot of great balls. This thing actually almost ran me out of great balls. Red and blue basculine usually do not get along, but sometimes members of one school mingle with the other's school. Yeah, okay. Give a nickname to the cod basculine. I'm going to call this... I don't know. What's the most expensive fish you can think of? Because this has been a very expensive fish to get. I don't know, mackerel? Yeah, mackerel. Also, mackerel is a joke in and on itself because mackerel. Yeah, okay. Mackerel level 8. So definitely under level for the point in the story where I am at, but okay. We can check stats. I mean, it's never going to be a crazy mon. It doesn't get an evolution. Basculion is Legends Arceus, so that means it took a while for this thing to get an evolution. It does have adaptability. Adaptability is pretty cool. Minus speed kind of seals the deal, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a good mon to just spam water attacks and do good amounts of damage. But I'd actually rather keep the Palpitooth on my team because the level is better. And if I go through this path, I'm going to reach another place where surf is useful to get some items. Because we can access... Okay, first of all we can access this. Full heal. That's cool, that's cool. And there's also like an area to the left that you can only get to once you have surf. I'm pretty sure this trainer, being a Pokemon breeder, is fought every time you reload this screen. Like when you exit, you come back again, you battle this guy again and again and again and again. So he's a good way to train your mons. Yeah, the Pokemon breeders, I don't know what they were thinking about with them being fightable. I mean, acrobatics. Acrobatics and I should just destroy you. Whoa. Okay. Didn't expect to survive that. Do I have an item? No, I don't. No, I don't. Maybe I did use Thief on a random mon. Fuck, I have a Persian berry, don't I? Yeah, I have a fucking Persian berry. Okay, Suyu might actually... Yeah, I don't want to overlevel. I mean, I don't want to make the same mistake I made with the duck, but I'm pretty sure I survived the Incinerate plus Fury Swipes or whatever. My level is also decent, and this thing is sort of tanky. I should give it an Eviolite, just for this sort of random battles. Okay, don't... Come on, 4 attacks. Yeah, maybe with a crit, but mostly this should be... Lick, please don't paralyze me. I knew it. I knew it. I think I was probably faster. You know, because 5 level difference and everything. But now I have to take the whole thing. Okay, at least I don't get fully para. And I bulldoze. And finally there's going to be a Pampor, right? Well, as a Simipour I meant, obviously. Yeah, we're just going for a water move, because it definitely sees the kill with Bubble Beam or whatever on you. Scald, yeah. If you burn me, we could have some trouble. Okay, obviously you would burn me. But I think Seed Bomb might still be enough because of a stab and everything. It's not. You leak. I mean, you can't paralyze. Yeah, we're just going to take the kill. We are faster, we take the kill, and that's over. Okay, sort of a scary trainer here, and as I said, I should make sure to get everything. Because he just challenges you again and again every time you come here. And he gives me a Lamberry. Okay. And a lot from how I should train my Pokemon by battling you. Okay. Went to Nacreen quickly for a heal. But it's definitely time we fly into... Yeah, into Driftveil. Driftveil also has a capture available with Surf, because it has a water area. I think you can even get an item, but I'm not completely sure. Well, whatever the case, I want to Surf here because I want to get the encounter. That's a bubble, so might be an Alomomola, yeah? Okay. I mean, I'm not mad because there's a full water route later that I can get my Frillish on, but I wasn't expecting this. This thing is pretty tanky, so Thief should be okay. Whoa. Single evolution, mostly physical mon, like works very well with water jet and something like that. It's a cool mon. It's just kind of a downgrade compared to Frillish. without the count-off. It's definitely worse than... yeah. I also remember it being number 100 on the decks. Floating in the open sea is how they live. When they find a wounded Pokemon, they embrace it and bring it to share. Give a nickname to the Cobalion. Yeah. When I see the shape of a Lomomola, I can only think of one. Like, only one thing comes to mind. Only one thing comes to mind. And that's... Wu-Tang. Like, just look at the shape. Look at it from one of the sides. It's like it's the fucking Wu-Tang logo. So yeah. Respect the clan. Okay. Good encounter. And I did get a water stone. Okay. A water stone more than I need, really. Now, a Lomomola might be worth bringing over Palpitoad, depending on the nature. Let's check it. Lomomola, which is, by the way, a palindrome. That's like the... come on. That's the whole joke with a Lomomola. Timid nature. Nah. If you've been a physical attacker, it's like... it's not great. Healer is like... a Lomomola is clearly thought out to be what we call in competitive Pokemon in VGC a cleric, right? That's the role where a Pokemon is more focused on healing other mons and being a support thing. So, you know, can heal an ally's status conditions, can use heal pulse to target one of his allies and give them HP. So yeah, I mean, this is a support mon. It's cool, but the nature doesn't really accompany what I would like to do with it, which is having the possibility of physical damage. So I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to keep rocking the Palpitoad, and I should actually give the Palpitoad the experience share. Well, no, the experience share is on the Woobat, right? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Now for the final route where I think Surf is important. Yeah, bought some Max Ripples because obviously also starting to get a bit too obnoxious. And we can get, first of all, this. Poison Jab. Whoa, okay. I didn't think this would be like an actual good TM. I just thought it would be like a random item. So Poison Jab, 80 power. I can definitely teach it to... oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I can teach it to Ymir. And I'm pretty sure Suyu upon evolution can also learn Poison Jab. Yeah, the critical hits being high chance is cool and all, but we are talking like actual powerful stuff here, so come on. Also, let's remember to take the Persian Berry. I should really check what items the wild mons in this game have, because there might be a chance that, for example, Garbodor has leftovers as a possible held item. Anything to get here? Just quickly. Another item. A Silk Scarf, okay, that strengthens normal type moves, and you saw a little cape there, which is our final destination. Now, to get there, I have to go all the way through here. First of all, we need to go up, and then we need to go down again. Pretty sure there's like a hidden item in here. Not that I want to restart the music continuously, right? Big Mushroom. Okay, that's worth it because it should be like oh. Okay, more than one item. A tiny mushroom and a big mushroom. Should be a lot of money on the, you know, chef that buys gourmet items from you. And another mushroom. Okay, I guess this is a very good place for mushrooms. Yeah, it canonically is because fungus lives here. Ooh, okay. Mr. Alton Cave. I want to get an encounter here. Is it worth it to teach Flash? I did get Flash from a rando in Castilia. Oh, Moria. Just in time. Just in time, yeah. You're learning this. Attract. No attracting anything. There we go, Flash. Okay. And this means I can use Flash and light up this cave. The only place you need to use Flash on, well, I think there's like a place called the Strength. I might have to do like yeah, I need the Strength to explore this place. So that's also going to be needed, and I don't think... I mean, maybe Palpitoad learns a Strength? That could be cool. No, has to be Banana or Ymir. I can teach it temporarily to Ymir. Yeah, we can forget... I'd rather lose Poison Jab temporarily and then reteach it with a TM than lose Bulldoze, because Bulldoze is good for coverage. Okay. And we're going to explore this place a little bit, more like a lot. Is it possible to push rocks around? Okay, there are trainers maybe? Yeah. Of course, getting my encounter here is also important, but, well. You know. Big boulder. Strength. Yeah, not a lot of strength puzzles because the rocks in this game are so damn huge. I think there's like one or two in Black and White 2. I actually remember like a pretty complicated one in the Black and White 2 Victory Road. But that's about it. And this is Rock Slide. Great. Now this is like the biggest reward you can get out of this place. That and the potential very good encounter. That I actually can't run into this, you know, into that dust cloud, because I want my encounter to not be a dust cloud. So I should probably let's just continue into the next thingy. Guidance Chamber. I mean, I think Guidance Chamber should be considered. Isn't Guidance Chamber the same as Mr. Alton Cave? I saw your skill. It's impressive for one so young. Maybe you're the one. It may be possible. How about it? Will you listen to an old man's story? In the distant past, when Pokemon and people lived in different worlds, a war between people started, an intense fire in a forest where many Pokemon lived. The Pokemon were surrounded by smoke and flames. They were in big trouble. And then, the legends Cobalion, Terrakion and Virizion appeared. Terrakion used its amazing strength to destroy rocks, blocking the escape route. Virizion used its quick movements to protect Pokemon from looming flames. And Cobalion led the frightened Pokemon out of the burning woods. The people who started the war were routed by the power of the legends. Because of Cobalion, Terrakion and Virizion, the war was ended. When people fight, there is no peace for Pokemon either. The three legends learned that the deeds of humans could lead to dire consequences for their world. They cut themselves off from people and disappeared. No one saw much of them after that, and the three faded into myth. I've been searching for them for decades, and I finally figured out that one of them was deep in this cave. But the legendary three do not trust people. If people approach, they bare their fangs and attack. It can't be helped because they only know the old world. They still don't know the world has become a place where people and Pokemon try to understand and help each other. You seem like you might be able to show them that people and Pokemon can trust each other and live together. If they can take another look at people, I think that they will stop hiding from us. Okay, first of all, let's let the Ripple run off because I want to get my encounter. Yeah, so good thing we excluded Woobat, otherwise Woobat would be my encounter here. I'm actually curious about whether or not you have like Guidance Chamber and Mistralton Cave as separate encounters. I never thought about it. But yeah, we keep encountering Woobats, but that's not what we are aiming for, and this is a repeat, so doesn't really matter to us. There's something there, by the way. Rare candy, thanks. There's something there. Okay, another item in here. A Dusk Stone. Absolutely great news for Chandelure. And of course, it's not an Axio yet. You know, the Bulbapedia says there's a chance to get Axion here. I don't believe Bulbapedia anymore. I had an Axio once and I captured it outside of the Guidance Chamber, so I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of the Guidance Chamber and I'm checking the other floors because, damn. Okay, you know what? No encounters yet of any Axio, so I'm actually going for Cobalion. Almost run into that Dust Cloud, which would have been just tragic. I'm going for Cobalion. I don't give two fucks. Tangerine should be able to sleep it, then lower its health. If we kill, not the end of the world. I'd like to capture it though, just for, you know. Cobra. Also, this is such a fucking thing. Cobalion appeared at level 42. Okay, I'm grossly under level. I mean, we're yawning. Clearly, Retaliate does how much? No, we have the Rocky Helmet. I don't even have to worry that much about doing damage. I can start with something cool like a Psybeam. It's neutral Psybeam. Helping Hand has Helping Hand. Helping Hand Retaliate, and it definitely also gets okay, I have Moonlight. I should really stay with this out, so we're going to go with Ultra Balls. No need to hold back. This is such a good theme. Okay. Finally got me in a good mood because, come on, the Axie was... This doesn't count as an auto encounter because it's an static encounter, okay? So I'm just doing this to, you know, get a legendary because it's cool. I like to capture the legendaries as sort of a side objective, but I don't actually use them during the lock, even though I think they should be legal, because normally... Oh, that's very bad news. That was a horribly placed critical because now I can't heal. We can switch into Banana for the Intimidate, but now doing like paralysis or anything is out of the question. No, and you have Sacred Sword. So why would I want to do this? Helping Hand. Okay, a good thing you didn't go for... If you were going for Helping Hand, it would have been a great opportunity to... But okay. Iron Head plus... Can't poison, can't anything really. At least I intimidated. I don't know why I switched into Banana. That was stupid because Sacred Sword was 100% a kill on me. But Moria actually has, you know, tanks the Sacred Sword pretty well. Go for Ironhead, okay. Your choice. Yeah, we always knew that was a possibility. How about I just defeat you? How about I just defeat you because I went into a battle that's clearly over my level? Retaliate? That shouldn't kill. Yeah, not at all. Bulldoze? That doesn't kill. If Retaliate didn't kill even at... Yeah. So it's been some turns. I think a timer might do the trick. I'm actually going for this. Okay, it's not even bad yet, so... Yeah. And Ironhead does a lot, right? A fucking lot. This is a kill for me. Yeah. We're killing legendaries now. Okay, I wanted to get a capture, but I'm not going to risk like my entire team to do that. So yeah. I also didn't want the experience, but whatever. The Pokemon climbed up the rock wall and disappeared somewhere into the cave. So, what do you tell me? The strength you exhibited communicating with your Pokemon also go through to Cobalion. If you and your Pokemon train together and get even stronger, you will probably return to its place. The fact that you battled Cobalion and you're related to each other should be easily communicated to Terrakion and Virizion because of the close bond between the three. I'm sure they will also give you a chance to prove your worth. And now they do. The obstacles that separated Terrakion and Virizion from people are probably gone now. Whether you want to search for those two is up to you, but they are definitely waiting for you. Okay, so instead of captures they are going to be like sub-bosses for me. Still no Axew! For a moment I thought I ran into the dust cloud. I'm going to try and get my capture on this lower floor because this is the one where I remember getting Axew, so as much as the wiki wants to tell me that it's 20% on every floor, I think it's yes. It might be a 20% on the first floor. I don't remember having that much trouble to run into Axew the first time I ever caught it. But yeah, this is just a barrage of Boulders and Woobats. That's what I've been facing. Okay, finally, an Axew, a female Axew, actually. Moldbreaker. Okay, all good, at least. Rivalry female was also okay. As long as it wasn't rivalry male, because then... No, actually, rivalry female is the bad one, right? Because you attack the same gender you have. Whatever. Yeah, so I didn't go for... I switched my lead because I kept being unable to run away from Woobats, and that's because of the speed. But Tangerine is definitely my best mon to capture. Okay, you have False Swipe. I wish I had that. But yeah, I can weaken with the Rocky Helmet and I can yawn. You have Dragon Claw on base. I mean, that's like, in my opinion, the best move you can get on Axew. It's level 31, so it's kind of... I want to go for something like Charge Beam, but I think it's better if I just, you know, I take whatever attack. I do a bit of Moonlight. And we start throwing balls. This is a very good mon. It has like a fuck ton of attack, a crazy amount of attack on last evolution. I think it's... Honestly, it might be around 150. That's like a perfect capture, right? Yeah, that should. One. Alright. At least it didn't resist. Like, it knew it wanted to come here. They mark their territory by leaving gashes in trees with their tusks. If a tusk breaks, a new one grows quickly. Okay, so this mon is an axe. It's literally a dragon axe. Female dragon axe. I want to go for something like Camilla or Yale, but that doesn't sound very good. How about literal axes? In Fire Emblem, obviously. I'm thinking about Fire Emblem. Tell me this fits, because it would actually be. Oh, it's written like this, right? Perfectly fits. Haute-Claire. That's the axe wielded by a very famous dragon rider in the Fire Emblem franchise, which is Minerva. Haute-Claire. Okay, it's a bit of a mouthful, but it works. Yeah, we get out of here, absolutely. Wow, this place. Okay, so let's check the action at least. That's obviously going to do it for this part, by the way. Like, this is going to be the last thing we do. I've been recording for 2 hours and a half. It's going to end up being a pretty short video because most of it was my not having repels and being forced to do a lot of captures, but whatever. New addition to the death box. 2 death mons in this chapter, so not my best. I'll take the experience share, obviously, and we'll move you in here. I mean, you were sort of same reason as the Ducklet, right? I didn't pay attention because I didn't care. And let's check you. Adamant. Okay. This is a fucking monster. Adamant Nature Mold Breaker is actually yes. This is a league candidate, right? Wow, I mean, in Platinum I was very confident because I got a Jolly Gible and I ended up running into some trouble. But yeah, I mean, Dragon Claw, I think you can get Earthquake in Victory Road and you definitely learn Earthquake. I can also give you Rock Slide that I just got. I can give you Brick Break that I think you can buy in Isirus. This is an insane mon. It's the best capture I've gotten so far. I maybe preferred Yoli. Not to complain or anything, because the problem with Haxorus is normally not doing damage, because it's okay on damage. It's absolutely okay. It's sometimes outspeeding very, very speedy things. But I can't really complain about an adamant Haxorus. Like, it being minus special attack is already good enough. If it was like minus special attack plus defense, it would have been already like worth all the trouble. So yeah, this capture was worth all of this. It doesn't evolve into Haxorus until level 48, so let's just keep that capture in the back of our minds. Oh yeah, no, I need to get a new member for my team. Yeah, let's just, remember we have that and not ever get it for like, until I get to the league. Which I know it's sort of sad to add a new member to the team like at the very end, but because you sort of want to reward the ones that you've been training for a while, but whatever. Yeah, I'm bringing you. It's time for Archon. I actually think it's time for Archon, because I need to teach Fly, right? I still need the... I need to train Archon a little bit to be able to give it Fly, and then we'll be able to just fly around, surf around, and we'll visit the corresponding routes. We should be fine. Yeah, Cofabricus was the... I'm trying to remember what happened in this chapter, in this part. Cofabricus was clearly the hardest loss in here because the Woobat was never going to be useful. And then in terms of captures, I actually got very lucky because Woobat is the thing that guarantees getting the Axew here. And as you saw, even though the capture ratio is supposed to be 20%, according to Bulbapedia, it didn't feel like 20% at all. Like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there was something at play, like repelling some of my enemies, flash repelling something. I could swear I didn't have a repel on, but maybe I was getting only like very high level encounters. Something weird was happening there because I didn't get Axew for a long time. But we finally got it and it's an incredible nature, so I can't complain. Yeah, this is going to be the team for the next part. Actually, I will have to bench one of them because we want to get the egg. Even though the egg is never going to be evolved in time for the league. Whatever. Day of captures, day of exploring. Hope you enjoyed anyway. These sort of parts are cool to do. And yeah, as always, this has been Pomum. If you liked, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. And yeah, see you in the next one.